You know, the whole plight of Cleveland sport and, you know, the lack of championships, let's face it, it's a different conversation now because LeBron and the boys finally cracked through. Does the pressure alleviate a little bit for the Indians? Can they kind of play a little more freely knowing that, well, you know, at least LeBron finally brought something home for the city?
Well, I think that LeBron did a great job for us. Now, the Cavaliers win it, after the 1948 was the last time in Cleveland was a championship. Now LeBron break everything up. Now we have the opportunity, to do it now with baseball. I think we're going to the right direction. We have the right manager with Terry Francona. They got 2 wins on him, 2 World Series on him. So I believe the Cleveland Indians have the opportunity to show up. I know that we don't have the 2 pitchers that we're supposed to have 2 of our best pitchers. One is Carrasco and Salazar. They're hurt. But I believe, the Terry going to go with everything. He's going to start from the first inning on. It's going to be some bunny, hit and run. We're going to play the little game that we're supposed to play.
Yeah, it's because you look at this Cleveland Indians team, and it feels like a great season that should happen. But you go up against the Red Sox, who obviously have a ton of experience, and Big Papi, who's playing ridiculous in his final season. What's the confidence level of Cleveland to advance and then obviously get to the World Series?
The confidence level is very high right now. We know that we have the opportunity to come up and shock everybody. This Boston team is showing me they have the kind of like we used to have in '95 when you have David Ortiz having the best year of his career last year. You got Ramirez, you got Pedroia, Betts and Bogart and Bradley. You got 6 guys they have a monster years. But I believe that pitching can stop that. Now we have to go against Porcello. They have the best career, best year in his career, and then we have a prize on the second game. But the best thing is we start at home. We play really good at home, and that's advantage that we have to take. Playing at home right away.
Yeah, and we've seen it now. Granted, it's been a while, but you go back to the '90s, and obviously you weren't on the '97 team, but before that. He came up with Bell and all those players, and Tomei was. I mean, I remember as a Yankee fan going into the Jake and saying, "Man, this is not necessarily a venue that I want to mess around in." And it seems like the Cleveland baseball fan needed a little kick in the behind, Carlos, to get back behind their team, and they've come back in full force. Do you think it will have the same energy as it did when you played? Because back then, it was maybe the best venue in baseball.
Well, we got 455 sold-out games. And I believe that, this year, with what happened with the Cavaliers, I think the fans, they're going to show up, and it's going to be our number 10 player. The fans are going to show up to the ballpark. I'm going to root for our team, and I think that it's going to be special, for us to come back. I think we lead the league in comeback games this year, coming back in the 8th, in the 9th to win games and stuff like that. And I believe, that Terry is going to keep using the team the way that he's using against righty, against lefty. We got Napoli, we got Santana, bringing the power, and then you got Lindor and Ramirez doing the spark plug for our team. It's going to be good. It's going to be good what's going to happen in this postseason, especially starting tomorrow.
We're talking to Carlos Baerga, 14 years in the show, 8 years with the Indians, Mets and the Giants squaring off tonight. NL wildcard game, that's going to be at 8 Eastern on ESPN, and all the full postseason schedule. Just go to MLB.com and check it out. You played, even though for a couple of teams after the Indians, you bounced around a little bit, the stint with the Mets, you finished up with the Nats. You played until you were 36. Now, you're a little different because you played a speed position. Once you lost foot speed, middle of the diamond, it's a little harder. And I know that we mentioned David Ortiz before, but when you watch David Ortiz play at this age with the mileage he has to still square up 95 and 96 mile per hour electric fastballs, how impressed are you with the way David Ortiz is still doing what he's doing?
I was very impressed, and I'm going to let you something.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you know something.
Yeah.
I tried to get him out of the retirement. I say, David, you can play one more year.
What'd he say?
You know what? He say, Carlos, my body can't take it anymore. You know what I was thinking about last Sunday when they introduced him, to the fans, to be the last day. Yeah. I thought that John Henry was going to come up with a check. You got $25 million right here. Let's see again.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna come up with that. If it was an honor, I will do that. But you know what? David Ortiz, what ambassador for Latin America and for baseball. Great career. You know how he came back after he got released by the for the Twins.
Yeah.
And then the Boston signed him, and he became the man in there. So I'm very proud of him.
One of the other matchups on Thursday when the Red Sox are playing the Indians, the early game is the Blue Jays and the Rangers. Now, BT and I talked about this earlier in the show house. You usually don't get that physical, altercation type engagement in baseball. You see it in football and hockey and other sports, but you don't see it in baseball. This one feels like it's personal, it's emotional. How do you see this series going with the Blue Jays and the Rangers?
You know what's gonna happen? The opening, the first game. You know who's gonna be calling instead the national anthem first? It's gonna be Michael Buffalo.
Yeah, I like it, Carlos. Oh, yeah. I like it.
It's gonna be like that. I'm telling you, man. I talked to one of the players before the game yesterday from Texas Rangers. I cannot mention his name, but they want to play against the Blue Jays. Because what happened last year, they want to play against the Blue Jays. They want the Blue Jays to win that game last night, and they you see the home run, and what happened yesterday, when they beat the Baltimore Orioles. So I think it's gonna be, there's a bad blood in there. There's gonna be a couple more fights. After Odor put a knockout against Batista, it's gonna be crazy. I would like to be in the stand to watch that game.
I mean, Odor, obviously, Carlos. At some point, Odor put the gloves on and got in the ring because he threw a legitimate punch, and he caught him on the chin. Now, I wanted to ask you, who jumps out? National League, American League? Because back in your day, Pedro would command the inner half of home plate, Randy Johnson, Roger Clemens. It's just the way it was. Very few pitchers now throw up and in as a purpose pitch or even just to establish the inner part of home plate. Anybody out there that does it kind of the way it was done in your era? Anybody jump out to you now that's pitching in this October?
You know who I like? The guy they're going to pitch tomorrow night. No, the guy they're going to pitch tonight, Bumgarner.
Oh, yeah.
That guy is a competitor. That guy is a tough guy. You see what happened this year when he stepped up and, he said some words to Puig. And then last year when he almost got a fight with another player. This guy, he's a warrior, man. And every time he steps in the mound, he's not afraid. He's not a cocky guy, but you know what? When you get him pissed off, he show you his face, and he don't back up. He go after you. Tonight, he got the opportunity to beat the New York Mets. This guy's been 4-0, 0-62 in Citi Field, and his playoff 7-3, 2.414. So this guy, the San Francisco Giants got the opportunity, to come back again and to be, for the playoff.
I said this yesterday, but just for those who might not know, Madison Bumgarner has the lowest road ERA in baseball history, ahead of Bob Gibson, Sandy Koufax, and Mariano. So,
wow.
That's the territory he resides in. Carlos Baerga with us here, former Indian great on Tiki and Tierney.
Now, you talk about the team that they're playing tonight is the Mets, but they start Noah Syndergaard, who is – is a really good pitcher, young in his own right. Could we see an epic pitching matchup tonight?
I don't think so. I cannot write Syndergaard out. This guy, he's been amazing. This year he win 14 games. He can pitch. This guy can pitch. Throw 97, 98. He got 4 different pitches: curveball, changeup, fastball, slider, and he know how to pitch. The only bad thing about him is they steal 48 bases this year. If I'm a San Francisco Giant, they better start stealing right away.
Yeah.
And start running against him because if they don't do that, it's going to be, a long day. I believe that this game is going to be decided in the first 4 innings. Whoever scores first is going to win. And I believe the San Francisco Giants got the opportunity to do it, especially when there's a lefty. The Mets, they have a lot of problem with the lefty. You know, when you have Bruce hitting 222,
Oof.
do that 133, Granderson 133, and Lonnie hitting 218. You know, that's a lot of problems in there. So let's see what's going to happen tonight.
Look at Carlos Baerga coming with stats. I mean, this guy's dropping, a buck 70 on this
I had to come
guy.
up prepared, guys, because I know how you guys are.
I love it. I love it, man. This is good. This should be a real fun month. Carlos Baerga, great Indian, played for the Mets as well. By the way, real quick, did you resent, or did you not resent, but when you look back, because I'm born and raised in New York, and I watched with the Mets, did you really? It didn't go well for you. Did you dislike your time here, or do you almost wish you went somewhere else, maybe?
You know what? You know what happened? When I'm gonna say something to not too many people know about it. When I got traded to the New York Mets, I was hurt. And I remember when Joe McAvoy called me to Cleveland. I was in Cleveland. I say, "Hey, Carlos, we just make a trade for you. We welcome you to the Mets." And I say to him, "Hey, I'm hurt. Don't trade me."
Wow.
I'm hurt. I pulled my groin through my stomach, and I said to him, "I cannot play for like a month. Don't make a trade." And he said, "We don't care. We want you there." So when I got traded to the Mets, I wasn't healthy, in my first 2 years, and it happened. I cannot give excuse because I used to play hurt no matter what, but I wasn't healthy. But I really like it. No matter where you play, I'm a blessed guy that I'm between the lines. I played for almost 15 years in the big leagues, and I was there for a long time.